All right, hey everybody, it's Nathaniel Avila reporting from Dallas County, and who's here with me today?
It's me, Hanyu.
Yeah, so what are we talking about today?
Uh, I honestly don't remember.
Oh, well, we're talking about the Nazca Lines. That's what we're talking about today. Do you know what the what do you know about the Lines?
They don't sound familiar.
Okay. Well, let me tell you. So they are actually enigmatic markings in southern Peru that have captivated human imagination for centuries. So they stretch across vast plains. So the Nazca Lines have baffled scholars, architects, and curious minds alike, inviting speculation and awe. Now, these enormous geoglyphs etched into the Earth's surface form intricate network of lines, shapes, and figures, creating an otherworldly landscape that has endured the test of time. Now, the Nazca Lines represent one of humanity's most enduring mysteries, an ancient enigma that invites us to explore the secrets of a long lost civilization and contemplate the depths of human creativity and ingenuity. So that's pretty much where we're at with the Nazca Lines. So you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay. So so located within the vast and arid plains of southern Peru, the Nazca Lines emerge as a captivating testament to the ingenuity of the ancient civilization. So spread across the Nazca Desert, encompassing parts of the Nazca and Pulpa provinces, these mesmerizing geoglyphs have intrigued explorers and scholars for centuries. So, nestled approximately 400 kilometers south of Lima, which is the capital of Peru, the Nazca Lines find their home in the department of Ica. This expansive region spans an area of about 450 square kilometers, encompassing the Pampas de Humana, Pampa Colorada, and other surrounding areas. Now, the Nazca Desert itself is situated along the Pacific coast of Peru, between the Andes Mountains and the east of the Pacific Ocean to the west. It is characterized by its arid climate, where the barren expanse of sand and rocks stretches as far as the eye can see, interrupted only by occasional oases and ancient river valleys. Now, the region's dry, stable weather conditions with minimal rainfall and sparse vegetation have played a crucial role in the preservation of the Nazca Lines throughout the millennia. So there it is. So this remote and captivating location set stage for an extraordinary archaeological puzzle where the ancient Nazca culture left their mark on the desert floor. As one wanders through the desert's stark landscape, the Nazca Lines suddenly reveal themselves etched into the Earth's surface in a series of intricate designs and figures. Now, visitors and researchers have access to various observation towers erected near the geoglyphs, providing vantage points to behold the awe-inspiring scale of the lines and shapes. Additionally, numerous viewing platforms and the lookout points have been established to ensure the preservation and the careful management of this cultural heritage. So, what do you think about all these lines? What are these lines doing here in the desert?
Um, I don't know. It could be any reason. It could be just made for someone to do, or I don't know.
So, why do you think they even did this in the first place? Is it just because it was cool?
I mean, sometimes it could be cool, but
But
I mean, what's the point in them though?
yeah, I know. Let's find out. So let's go to the story of the Nazca Lines' rediscovery, which is an intriguing chapter in the annals of archaeological exploration. Now, while these magnificent geoglyphs have likely been visible to local inhabitants for generations, their true significance and grandeur remain hidden from the wider world until the 20th century. The modern rediscovery of the Nazca Lines can be attributed to the efforts of the Peruvian archaeologist uh, Dorabio Mejia Zespi. In the late 1920s, while conducting research on the region, Mahia Zespi stumbled upon a series of ancient lines and figures etched across the desert floor. Recognizing their potential importance, he published his findings in 1939, sparking initial interest in these mysterious markings. Now, however, it was not until the 1940s that the Nazca Lines gained international attention when the American historian and inventor Paul Kossak flew over the region. Aboard a small aircraft, Kossak was struck by the sheer scale and precision of the geoglyphs he witnessed from the sky. Intrigued by their purpose and fascinated by their preservation, he dedicated himself to studying and documenting these enigmatic lines. Now, subsequently in the 1950s, Kossak's colleague Maria Reich, a German mathematician and archaeologist, became one of the foremost figures in the exploration and preservation of the Nazca Lines. For several decades, Reich meticulously studied the lines and their astronomical alignments, passively advocating for their protection and interpretation. Her tireless efforts played a pivotal role in raising global awareness about the significance of the Nazca Lines. So that's what they're doing right now. Now, since their rediscovery, numerous archaeological expeditions, scientific studies, and technological advancements have contributed to our understanding of the Nazca Lines. Aerial photography, satellite imaging, and ground surveys have enabled researchers to identify and map new geoglyphs, unraveling the vast complexity and diversity of the Nazca culture's artistic expressions. So, there it is. Do you think this is just for artistic expression at all?
I mean, it's a possibility.
I mean, another thing is that you could only see these things from the sky. That's how it was rediscovered by by Kossak, is that he was flying over it. So, what do you think? What do you think that means?
I mean, someone on the ground is placing it. It's almost like something before drones, where you could have a drone and see where you were placing things. But these are older than that. So, who would place the line?
Exactly. Do you think it is aliens?
It's a possibility.
Okay. So let's fast forward to today. So the Nazca Lines stand as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, preserving an extraordinary cultural legacy that has mesmerized people from all corners of the globe. Now, they continue to inspire researchers, archaeologists, and curious travelers alike, and all of this good stuff. So, what is the purpose, Hanyu? What is the purpose behind the creation of the Nazca Lines, which has remained a subject of intense speculation and debate among the scholars, archaeologists, and enthusiasts? Now, while no definitive answers have been found, several intriguing theories have emerged, each offering its own perspective and the enigmatic intentions of the ancient Nazca culture. So before we go into what these theories are, what is your theory on what the Nazca Lines are for?
Communication from the sky? Saying this is a landing spot. All aliens land here. No one will know.
So you're saying that it's more for aliens? That's what you're going with?
Well, is it a message or is it just lines? I mean, there's many different types of non-existent and existent cultures that use a certain language that only shows lines and circles.
Well, these were actually yeah. I mean, these are actual images of stuff. Like, there's like actual images of like a monkey and a bird and a snail and a spider and like other things. Like, they're not just random lines. They actually like make images.
Then in that case, it's probably just we're a very young planet, and someone came and visited here and just doodled.
Okay.
It's a doodle. It's a doodle.
So you think ancient aliens came and then doodled all over the place in Peru?
I mean, if you went to a new place that you hadn't gone and didn't see any doodles, wouldn't you write something that says, I was here?
I mean, I guess. So let's go into what the actual theories are. So, so one prevailing theory suggests that the Nazca Lines served as a sacred ceremonial site. And now it is believed that the figures and shapes were part of ritualistic practices and ritual and religious ceremonies performed by the Nazca people. Now, some researchers propose that the lines may have walked upon or used the processions with the figures representing deities or spiritual beings worshipped by the Nazca civilization. So there's that. Now, another popular theory posits that the Nazca Lines were closely linked to the study and observation of astronomical phenomena. Now, the alignment of certain geoglyphs with solstices, equinoxes, and celestial events suggests a possible connection between the lines and the stars. Now, it is speculated that the Nazca people utilized the lines as a celestial calendar or observatories to track movements of celestial bodies and mark significant dates on their agricultural religious calendars. So those are the first two. So what do you think? Do you think it's more ceremonial, or is it more astronomical, as in like to help them track when they plant stuff?
Their shape? I don't think they would be there to help plant stuff.
Okay, so you're leaning more towards the ceremonial thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And think of it like this. If it's just certain lines, it's one of those like adventures to a new planet, but your parents came here first and marked it. It's like seeing the lines of your family's generations come through.
Okay. So, so some researchers propose that the Nazca Lines formed a vast networks of paths and routes, connecting various sacred sites and settlements across the region. Now, these lines may have served as pilgrimage routes, guiding the Nazca people towards important ceremonial centers or enabling them to navigate through the desert landscape. So the figures and shapes along the lines could have marked significant waypoints or acted as directional markers. So, now a more controversial hypothesis suggests that the Nazca Lines were related to water management and agricultural practices. So the desert region where the lines are located experiences scarce rainfall. It is proposed that the lines may have been part of an intricate system to divert and channel water towards crops. Some argue that the shapes and figures are designed to indicate water sources or underground aqueducts. So, those are the four main theories. So, we have ceremonial, spiritual significance, astronomical observatories, connectivity and pilgrimage routes, and irrigation and water management. Which one are you thinking is more the truth?
I don't know. Everything seems like. Is it the right answer though? Like, the point of the lines, is it for agriculture or other things? It just doesn't seem like that's what it's there for, because none of them are the exact same, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all different.
They're all different, yeah.
So if they're all different, I mean, they could be ceremonious things for ceremony, but it just seems kind of. It's the only one that seems close enough. It's a ceremony thing that they needed to do lines for.
Right. So let's get into the more spicier theories.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah. So, like, a fringe theory suggests that the Nazca Lines were created as the means of communication with aliens. Ah! Now, proponents of this idea point to the line's massive scale, intricate designs, and their alignment with celestial events as potential markers or messages for alien visitors. However, this hypothesis lacks substantial scientific evidence and is not widely accepted among mainstream researchers. So there's that. So, now also some argue that Nazca Lines are simply just manifestations of artistic expression with no specific practical or ritualistic purpose. Now, according to this viewpoint, the lines may have been a testament to the creativity and aesthetic sensibilities of the Nazca people, showcasing their skill in creating a large-scale artworks within their desert environment. So, there's that. Are you? What do you think? Do you think you're going to lead more towards the alien thing?
Probably, since, I like aliens.
Okay. Well, let's dive deeper into that idea. So, the claims of alien influences regarding the Nazca Lines have sparked intense fascination and debate, creating the imaginations of conspiracy theorists and enthusiasts alike. While those theories propose extraterrestrial involvement in the creation of the geoglyphs, it is important to note that they lack substantial scientific evidence and are considered speculative by mainstream researchers. So, some proponents of the alien theory argue that the sheer scale and intricate designs of the Nazca Lines could not have been achieved by ancient human civilizations alone. They speculate that the lines were intended as messages or markers for extraterrestrial beings who have visited or communicated with the Nazca people. The alignment of certain figures with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes is often highlighted as potential evidence of extraterrestrial connection. So, another aspect of the alien theory revolves around the notion that the Nazca Lines can only be fully appreciated and understood from above, suggesting that they were designed as landing strips or beacons for UFOs. The proponents argue that the Nazca people had advanced knowledge or assistance from extraterrestrial entities, enabling them to create such intricate, precise geoglyphs. However, it is essential to approach these claims with skepticism. The scientific community generally dismisses the notion of extraterrestrial involvement in the creation of the Nazca Lines, citing the lack of tangible evidence and the existence of alternative explanations, supported by archaeological, cultural, and historical contexts. So, now alternative theories and explanations such as ceremonial, astronomical, and cultural significance provide more plausible and widely accepted interpretations. So there's that. So what do you think about this whole alien thing? Are you still on board?
Of course I'm on board for aliens. I mean, when am I not on board for aliens?
Okay. So, the preservation and environmental concerns surrounding the Nazca Lines have become increasingly important as the site faces various challenges that threaten its long-term existence and integrity. So, efforts to protect and conserve these ancient geoglyphs have gained significant attention from scholars, authorities, and conservation organizations. Now, one of the primary preservation concerns is the human encroachment and vandalism. The Nazca Lines are situated in a region that has experienced population growth and increased tourism over the years. Unregulated access to the site and unauthorized foot traffic pose risks to the delicate lines, as constant walking and trampling can cause irreparable damage. Measures have been taken to restrict access to specific viewing platforms and design paths allowing viewers to appreciate the geoglyphs while minimizing physical impact. So, you gotta be sure of that. So, looting and illicit excavation have also been significant threats to the preservation of the Nazca Lines. Now, archaeological treasures buried in the desert can be attractive targets for looters seeking to profit from ancient artifacts. Strict regulations and surveillance have been implemented to combat such activities, aiming to deter looting and safeguard the integrity of the site. Now, the environmental concerns are another critical aspect of the preservation efforts. Climate change and its associated consequences, such as shifting weather patterns and increased precipitation, pose risks to the Nazca Lines. Now, the desert environment that has protected the lines for centuries may face alterations, including erosion caused by heavy rainfall, which can potentially damage the delicate geoglyphs. Monitoring and mitigating these environmental changes are essential to ensure the long-term preservation of the site. Additionally, international and national organizations, along with the Peruvian government, have implemented measures to address preservation and environmental concerns. Collaborative efforts between the archaeologists, conservationists, local communities, and government agencies have resulted in the establishment of protective measures such as the declaration of the Nazca Lines as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, these efforts claim to promote responsible tourism, develop conservation strategies, conduct scientific research, and raise public awareness about the significance of the site. So, what do you think? Should we help protect the Nazca Lines?
Of course.
No.
I mean, someone made so much effort making them for us to look at from the sky. Why not preserve them?
Okay, makes sense. Are you going to visit the Nazca Lines?
You know, it's a possibility. I do like traveling.
Okay. So let's talk about the pulpoglyphs, also known as the pulpa lines. Now, they're a remarkable collection of geoglyphs found in the Pulpa province of southern Peru, adjacent to the Nazca Lines. Now, these intricate and enigmatic designs etched into the desert floor have captivated researchers and enthusiasts, adding to the mystique and cultural significance of the region. Now, the pulpoglyphs share similarities with the Nazca Lines, displaying an array of geometric shapes and animal figures and intricate patterns. However, they also possess distinct characteristics that set them apart, making them a unique archaeological treasure in their own right. So, covering an expansive area approximately 450 square kilometers, the pulpoglyphs exhibit a range of sizes, with some measuring up to 60 meters in length. Like their Nazca counterparts, they were created by removing dark-colored surface rocks and revealing a lighter-colored desert floor beneath, forming contrasting lines and shapes. Now, the designs found in the pulpoglyphs encompass a diverse array of subjects. Geometric patterns such as spirals and grids and meandering lines coexist with depictions of animals, including birds, fish, and mammals. Anthropomorphic figures thought to represent human-like beings or deities were also present, showcasing the artistic expression and cultural symbolism of the ancient inhabitants. So the exact age and purpose of the pulpoglyphs remains subjects of ongoing research and debate.
Why can't I remove the TV? Sorry.
I don't know why you can't remove the TV. So, preliminary studies suggest that they are likely to create the Paracas and Tabara cultures, predecessors to the Nazca civilization, dating back as far as 500 BC to 200 AD. Now, these places in the timeline predates the later Nazca Lines, providing valuable insights to the artistic cultural evolution of the region. Now, although not as extensively studied as the Nazca Lines, the pulpoglyphs have attracted increasing attention from researchers and explorers in recent years. Aerial photography, satellite imaging, and ground surveys have been employed to map and analyze the geoglyphs, shedding light into their intricate details, alignments, and potential astronomical associations. Now, similar to the Nazca Lines, the pulpoglyphs face preservation challenges and environmental threats. Human activity, climate change, and unregulated access can all impact the delicate desert landscape and integrity of the glyphs. Now, efforts to protect and conserve these archaeological wonders are crucial to ensure the long-term survival and the preservation of their cultural heritage. And that pretty much sums up the entirety of the Nazca Lines. So what do you think? What is the Nazca Lines? What do you think about this whole thing?
I think that someone or something, whether it's on Earth or up in the sky, made some pretty pictures to see from above, and stupid humans want to destroy them and preserve them. And I really am on the side of preserving, because you never know when another set of lines are just going to show up.
Yeah, so you're still on the idea that these are made by aliens or for aliens?
By aliens, for aliens, with aliens.
Okay. So let's give a look-see of what these things look like really quick. Ready?
Uh-huh.
So this first one is called the spider. So that's what one of them looks like. Get it? Because it looks like a spider?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got this one, is called the tree. This one's the hummingbird.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. We got the condor.
That's huge.
Yeah. And then we got the whale. This is called the giant. That's all it's known as. And then this one, the pelican, which I guess kind of looks like a pelican. Okay, and then we got this one, the dog, with giant long feet. We got these long-legged dog. The monkey, with a very spirally tail.
Yes, that is very spiraling.
Okay, then we have the heron. Then we got the phytogeomorphic glyphs, so that's what these are called. I don't think this is more abstract. Then we got this one just called hands, because I guess they're just hands. Then we have the parrot. The lizard, which is right on this line, right on this highway. Then we have the snail. The flower. And I think that's all of them.
See, y'all can't tell me not like a young alien who came and visited Earth and saw some of these things and just wanted to draw them. Like, that's like Earth is someone's fridge, and these are the drawings that their child put up. And now they're adults, so that's why we don't have any more drawings.
Okay, so that's why there's no more drawing. Then did they also draw the pulpa glyphs as well?
No, that's another breed of alien.
Okay, it's another breed of alien. Got it. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the story of the Nazca Lines here first. Also, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, they also come out in Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, if you're into that.
5Ds?
Yeah.
They're in Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds? That's awesome.
Yeah, let me look it up. Let me see. They're supposed to be like seals of some kind of god thing. Let me look. 5Ds, Nazca Lines. Yeah. I don't want to watch the videos. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here's the Nazca Lines as featured in Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. You see that? You see how they glow?
Uh-huh.
There they are. They're glowing because they're in Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. And I'm guessing these are the creatures from... I'm guessing these are like the creatures that are supposed to represent the Nazca Lines.
Yeah. Pretty much the world is about to end, and the Nazca Lines are creatures that were placed there to be by the gods, and you can awaken them.
Yeah. I guess that's Yu-Gi-Oh for you. So
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the story of the Nazca Lines. Yeah, so I've been Nathaniel Avila.
And I'm Hanyu.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening to a Vision podcast, home of wacky talkies, The Kingdom, Evil Exists, and many more.